Hey y'all, it's Laura and I'm back with a Grab 5 video. Now these are items that were picked on Instagram. I asked in my Insta stories, what should I choose for my next Grab 5? And these are the things that my lovely subscribers picked. A cut file, hand stitching, a 6x6 paper pad. This one is from Simple and Sweet. I have a Studio 40 flare, and puffy stickers. These ones are from Felicity Jane. Now, normally I follow the rule of old, new, half used. These are old, these are new, and I guess some of the thread is half used. That's as far as I can go with it this time. But I have had this cut file cut for quite a while. It is a Paper Issues cut file, and I decided this would be a perfect one to get started. And here is my photo of my twins, and I'm going to tuck it right behind that little heart in the center, and I thought that would make for a really cute little layout. This is a part of a 2-page spread. Tomorrow I will have the second half up, which is a pocket page. Let's get started. So this layout is for day 7 of Scrap Madness, and our amazing guest designer for today is Jen Schow. I think that's how she says her last name. And she and Miranda are both linked in the description box below, so definitely go and check them out. Very excited to have Jen on our guest design for today. And this is our layout. We're going to use this cut file. I've decided to go ahead and put my photo in the center inside of that heart because the background of this photo was very busy and I didn't love the way it looked. I just wanted my girls to be featured on the page. And I don't do this very often, to use just one 3x4 photo on a page. And so I do like to mix it up a little bit and try different things. So we're going to do some hand stitching, and I'm giving you just a very quick look at how to do a simple straight stitch. I'm going to start doing this on my hand stitching projects, is stopping to give you just a quick look at how to make those stitches, because I have had several people ask if I would do that, just to show how to do that hand stitching. So on this particular one, a straight stitch, you're just going to go forward to the next hole and come back. So you're going to pull it forward, next hole, and come back. And that is all a straight stitch is. You are going to want to either tie your end into a knot that won't go through the hole. So I usually tie mine about 4 times, or you can tape it down with washi on the back of the page. Whatever works for you, perfectly fine. I went with a rainbow of colors because that is what I'm going to use to back those hearts in my cut file as well. Pulling out some pages from the Simple and Sweet 6x6 paper pad. This is the brilliance of the 6x6 paper pads. They are perfect for backing cut files. So if this is something that's very much interesting to you, you want to back cut files, this is a great way to use up those 6x6 paper pads because the design is smaller and the color is a bit more concentrated because the design is smaller. So this is a great way to use those up if you have a bunch in your stash, like I do. I have a tendency to hoard paper pads. What is it about paper pads that makes me hoard them? I don't know. Perhaps next month I will challenge myself to include paper pads in my stash kit. We'll have to see about that. I would love to know, for the next Grab 5 layout, I will be sneaking one more in this month. What would you like to see me use? What product type would you like to see me include? I had my Insta stories followers choose this one. They chose all of the items in this particular Grab 5. So I'm going to give my YouTube subscribers a chance to weigh in for the next one. I'm just backing this cut file with a very simple technique. Started out trying to use a tape roller. I hate tape rollers. I just don't like them. They don't work very well, in my opinion, and they're kind of awkward. Just prefer to use my glue or my double-sided tape. In this case, that tonic glue pen is so helpful, so very helpful. I probably go through, one about every other month, maybe every 6 weeks, because I use them constantly. Love them. Now that I've got everything backed, everything is stitched, went ahead and added it to this black piece of cardstock to give it a nice defined border. That also helps to create contrast on the page because we've got very pastel color scheme going on. And that little bit of black will help tie in some of the smaller text elements that will be on the page later. I am bringing in this sun-kissed to go with my hashtag smile flare. That way it creates the title, Sun-Kissed Smile, which I thought was cute. And then I'm going to bring in those little puppy stickers. I'm going to use the triangles at the bottom of those puppy stickers and kind of sprinkle them in around the hearts on the page. They're just kind of a little accent, if you will. They're not a big element on the page, but I think that they look really cute. Part of the scattering and splattering that I tend to add to every single page that I make. What I love about this particular photo is my twins are just chilling in their stroller. And they were about 3 at the time, and we had gone down the street to a local church for their fair. And I don't remember why they were having a fair, but it was just kind of a little games and a bouncy house and some craft projects for kids. It was just to encourage the community to join them. And so we went over there and had a great time. And the kids got to make a lot of really cool projects. The twins had a blast in the bouncy house, and I thought it was a good opportunity to meet some new folks in our community and let the kids have a good time. Now I'm going to bring in some ephemera pieces as well as some fussy cut little tags and tabs that have been in the Simple and Sweet collection. And I'm going to add them around the outside of those hearts. And in the end, it creates kind of a Ferris wheel effect that I think looks really cool. It wasn't really my intention, but considering this is a church fair, it kind of fits in with the theme, even though there wasn't a Ferris wheel actually at the fair. I know that imagery is a very common theme in scrapbooking. Some of us are a bit more literal in our interpretation of scrapbooking. So if we go to the fair, we want the page to look like the fair. If we go to a carousel, we want our page to have a lot of those elements on the page. I do tend to be a fairly literal scrapbooker myself, not always, but a good portion of the time, and I think it was fun to kind of incorporate that fair theme without being super obvious about it. Just adding some journaling into this little journaling spot underneath of my title, and I added some little bitty florals behind the front of this title because I felt like it was a little bit lost in all of the busy design on the background. And so adding just 3 little florals behind the top of the title, tied it in with the photo, as well as popped it up a little off the page. Adding some Heidi Swap color shine, and it's done! Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out our designers in the box below, as well as any links to products that I've used. Until next time, bye!